どうも、のびです。それでは、ヴァンパイアやっていきたいと思います。普通に面白いと思うけどな。ハマってるんですけど。ちょっとだけやりたいと思って。クエストをやってたんですか。クエストっていうのこれわかんないけど、この辺ね、やって結構集まってんだよね。でも食べれるぜこれ。食べたらエンディングに関わってくるっぽいから、割とな、もう言ってあげないといけないのかな。どうなんだろう。直してあげないとめんどくさいんかな。色連結演説が持ってたっけ。なんか持ってたっけ。移動できればね、マジでいいんだけどね。ああ、直しとくか。なんか別なもんを作られてもめんどくさいから、次寝たらね、もっと体調悪化しそうなんで、止まるかどうかですね。毎回深刻なんだけど、どうやったら深刻じゃなくなるのか。こんなやつもいいか。
How are you, Bob?
I'm not your...
Have you heard?
Never heard of her.
Do you need us?
I'm alright.
なんか
Goodbye.
もしこの見りゃいいか。だね。こうか。
As long as you have the money.
Good evening. You don't see.
Oh.
I can try to help your body.
Whoa.
A gun?
元気だね。宿が、ネズミか。
I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett.
Well, I'm
You
a-
pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on.
Good evening, Harry. May I?
Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
So,
I'm not Bob.
do you need any?
Yes, I do.
貧血か。ごめんよ。
グ
一回行くわ。一回戻るわ。
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
あ、
Good. Do you need any?
It
I'm shocked.
forgive my sister.
Goodbye.
こんだけおるや。これがどこにおるかもわからんから。これもいけるんかな。でもこれが回復。これどこにおるんだマジで。お二人か。貧血、風、ロー。ダービーとかどこおる？リチャードってなんかどっかおった気がする。 されても困るんだよな。これか違う。完結だ。この辺か。だよね。強化した弾薬はスタッシュに収納されましたから、ここから引き出せるんだろうな。ただ銃あんま使わないんだよ。してあげないと。
Good ship.
Is there only pain and suffering?
間違えた。危ね。
So,
I'm not.
do you need...
Yes,
You'll feel better.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long.
Goodbye, young.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
どこにおるんだろうな。中にはいたよな。これだ。
Good evening, Doc. Do you need... That would be... If you persist in Thank you. Goodbye, Miss...
人とかも買ってんのかな。これが治ってリチャードってどういったなんだ何者。んなんだっけ。リチャードが詩人かな。入れたっけ。詩人か。
Good evening. And good... Do you need... I understand. The nutrition. I'll leave you. で、水だからやってみようかな。もういけんのかな。いけるようになってるわ。何これ。
Vicious bugger! God walks with me! Die, vermin!
3みたいなやつ使うのか。魔法みたいな感じ。
Roll back to the hell!
何が何それ。なんかちょっと怖い。
I shall fear evil.
ちょっとここね。
I order you to step back!
どうですか。 何これ、使えなくなるのか。やばいやばい。躯体化するのか。あ、この辺が使えなくなるんだ。やばい。えぐい。えぐいぞこいつ。もうちょいなんだけど。あと一発。あ、もうやさ。やばい。そう。この食ったのがでかいぞ。これで使えなくなるんだな。いやマジでミリが、うわ強いな。これどっからやり直したんだろう。ああ、チャペルから。Over
there! There's one of them! Aye, step back! That's pretty smart! Fear no evil.
開幕されたまずい。ならない。待てか。ああ、待て待て。うん。ねえよな。よし、倒すか。何よ。
The power of the Lord commands you.
げえなマジで。これは大して食らわんか。どうした？
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
よかった。また墓地まで行かないと。またか。
Watch out for that tape! Fuck, he's dead!
大丈夫ですか？出が遅いから使いにくいっちゃ使いにくいんだ。戻るように接続しないと。またここら辺敵出てるんだろうな。どこいないのか。いないのか。
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize.
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Have you recently...
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately you don't see her around anymore.
Tell me how your...
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so...
Did he hide his condition from...
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or...
Are you on your own?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now.
I've seen many deaths in my life, and we all grieve in our own way. Some stay silent, or need to shout.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to
コロナみたいな。あ、
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to mean...
No. But I wanted you to know that you have done...
May I ask what caused...
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease...
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You realize you can't stay here.
Why? Why should I...
But you're not dead.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead. For the...
Thank you for your company.
Maybe I'll see you again.
成功かな。
Goodbye.
成功だよね。
So many new graves.
それで、サペルは終わりかな。こっち側から行けるのか。病院。わざわざ戻らなくても。いけそうだね。こんにちは。この前倒したんだろう。一撃で倒したのか。かな。でも分かってないかよく。いや、違うな。何？あ、そうじゃん。そうじゃん。どうや？これじゃないよ。これか。まあ、反対。これか。
I'll take it! Fucking fast!
さすがに取れねいつもやっぱいるんか。
Step dive!
いっぱいいるけど。どこに来てる？いるか。あの。 れ何？
It ain't human!
か
Kill it! Oliver, we have to stop it! Over there! There's one of them vermin! He's being bitten! Bloody leech! Good God! Oh my God!
大体パターンはここだよな。これどっちだ？大体さあ。いいの？水か。いた。だね。かな。違ったどこだここだよな。ここだよ。別の部屋？ここいるんか？こんなところにいる。
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
But the risk of infection using vampire blood could compound the situation.
I know, but your blood now carries remarkable regenerative properties. With our minds and your blood, there's nothing we couldn't cure.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
近くにあるんだけど、イベントが。何時ですか？さっきの。なんだっけ？話しかけるか。
I need to talk to you, Ed.
Please do so.
Nurse Crane will not.
Oh, really?
She was blackmailing Lady Ashbury. Thought she was murdering patients as some sick upper-class game.
Nurse Crane was playing a dangerous game. She's lucky Lady Ashbury abhors violence.
So you manage a hospital, finance?
Yes, Pembroke was founded by Lady Ashbury. She's also our largest donor.
If I may inquire...
Well, Jonathan, she sought me out and offered me the position. It's been a very profitable partnership for both parties.
A convenient yet expensive way to have a fresh supply.
All vampires drink blood by nature. Me, I praise the...
Do you know anything about the vampire?
Without a doubt, it's the Guard of
Where do they come from?
Once they shared the Brotherhood's ideology on non-intervention, but they concluded vampires were a skirt.
They're definitely well organized.
They're extremely dangerous and not to be trifled with. To them, you're a feral beast, and I, your accomplice.
We'll talk.
イベントみたいなの終わったね。見よっかな、さすがに一回。どうなるんだろうな。また病気になるんかな。で、よ。運がいい気が。1個あげる？レベルで。ヘルスを上げれるだけ上げて、入れる？入れる？すでにから、シャドウミスト上げたかった。待って、どうなんだろう。治る。けど病気が一人だけから。いい感じになってる。おっと、 デスクトップがめっちゃおかしくなってる。どうしよう。どうなんですかね。この辺も直してあげるか。は広。こんなもんか。変えよう。どれだっけ、さっきの防御。これは絶対いるでしょ。フローがいらんかな。フローこっちに変えてみようか。まあね。いいかな。で、終わるか。鍛えれるんだ。鍛えたい。できる？小さな良い。これは別の武器鍛えた方がいいかな。スピード15の方が使いやすい気がする。有効警部。あ、スタミナ消費がちょっと高いのか。銃って割と辛かったよ。いっぱい鍛えれる。より良いわけいるんだけど。この辺も鍛えてもいいんかもな。こっちの方がいいのか。60。だ。変えるか。これだっけ、両手。これだね。で、体調悪い心地なのか。
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear. Good evening.
Doctor,
Do you need any
yeah,
I have no doubt.
I appreciate your concern, Doctor.
Goodbye.
3人だったっけか。終わるまで話しかけれない。へへへ。
Good evening.
I need blood.
Do you require...
My condition.
Well,
Thank you, Doctor.
I'll leave you.
あれだ。これか。じゃあ。これか。
Good and good. Do you need? There is. Goodbye.
で、どこ行かなか結局あそこか。なるほどね。まあ、いいか。こいつ待ってくるの強っ。ダメージ食らうんだ。マジか。弱いんだけど。これならまだバイトの方がねえな。レベル上げたら違うんかな。まあまだ1だよ。バイト
Stupid beast! Behind his teeth! Shit! You'll pay for that! That's gotta hurt!
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength. I can't believe I'm doing this. Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony. Avery, I leave you to care for my mother. I'm in no state to comfort her.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night, and then just smile and nod at those you spared?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You've felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Hello, sir. Sorry to
A doctor.
All right.
催眠レベル探しホワイトチャペルまでか。
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Yeah, you kill it!
なんかああいう道
Christ!
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you.
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss.
She was...
I see.
She died because of me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor...
I'm so sorry, Mary. I promised to find who is responsible for all this. I'll put an end to this horror.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
ここ3人か。疲労。ずっこれがそれか。トントンしたらなんだ。誰だ。
Don't you faith? No doubt you. I have heard.
How long have we known each other? We even used to be naked. Fancy
You never. Do you need help?
to be honest.
I don't.
Really?
Right.
Good quality. Come on, take a look.
Can I upkeep? There is. Goodbye, Mr. Peter.
Quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
どこから行けばいい？次どこ行けばいい？病院か。
Ready, boys.
Good evening, sir. Leave me alone, I say, whoever you... All right.
無理なのか。 だな。無理だな。どっちから行く？近いんだ。ここ近いんだ。
This is despicable.
Sorry, sir. Look lively! It's on! Over there! There's one of them vermin! It's not human! Kill it! Lord, give us strength! Everyone shall...
I remember you. Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making. This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you? I am the land. You are our champion. You selected me, chose me, as shall my children yet to come. What is it you seek? This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged. This has something to do with the epidemic. Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur. I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Are you worried about the situation or your reputation?
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order and...
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere.
Very well.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect you.
McCullum is a fanatic. The guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here,
エリーか。
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
ここまで戻らないといけない。エディどこ行った？
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman, butchered by some savage scowl.
Everything dies.
Jonathan, how could you...
Forgive me if I feel despondent.
I'm always here for you.
Have you embraced this woman?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life. And...
Is there sufficient vitality?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour.
Temptation surrounds us.
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the...
What more can you tell?
What is?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with...
Now that's quite a question. I don't know what...
Is this a sign?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you...
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Thank you, Matt.
関係あるの死んだ。死んでない。どうやって歩き？完全に歩きだ。
It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Best run along home. It's one of them! On back to the shadow!
かって。なんかある。
Leech spotted! Watch out, boys! Filthy piece of shit! Watch yourselves!
Heartens me to know you can't see me, my sweet queen.
The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the...
Good evening, miss.
Who are you?
As I just...
The Pembroke Hospital.
I'm not here.
Miss Edwina.
I'm looking for Mr. Shaw.
The sad saint. I heard...
Yes, he was.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
What can you tell me?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice.
Gang member and shop.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor.
I'm not interested.
Fair enough.
Since my return from the war,
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words.
You're quite
I like people who know what...
What can you...
You can't trust anyone around here.
Really?
Bastards, all of them.
You sound like you're...
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission.
Looting corpses in a mass...
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards...
You still use your husband's name, Edwina.
Why shouldn't I? Maybe a bloody but...
Are you aware of what happened?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one.
Tell me about them.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened?
I don't know, and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag.
So you have no idea what really happened?
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory, and this is our law.
And your conscience?
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed.
So you decide who lives and who...
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it.
Goodbye.
The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
Mark my words, this.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You'd best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with... daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, night time, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
So few clients.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You remember...
Of course I...
Thank you.
I'm still...
Tom, I need to...
I heard the sad saint was...
The important thing...
Why not...
Where is it?
It's in an old ware.
I believe he returned.
Oh, I bet you're right.
Please.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin.
Do you need...
I'm all...
Goodbye. Good evening.
Whatever.
Don't you reckon?
Don't take it personally.
Yes, you had
I'm Dyson Delaney.
Inebriationist.
Yes.
Take this.
Hey, Doc.
I'm looking for...
I really don't know.
Who could tell me?
About the sad saint.
What do you do for...
I drink.
Why do you drink?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death.
You sound...
I speak.
Don't you...
I'd love to, but I don't have the time.
Is there any...
How dare you say so?
No reason at...
Let me tell you.
Another time... Is there...
Let me
All right.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. A bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop.
You lost?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. If you ever find...
Is there any... Why are you...
Cynicism is the polite way.
Evening.
Well,
I'm much...
welcome back to...
Miss Cavendish, would you...
You better ask...
Why not answer...
We respect the private...
What can you...
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round.
You look concerned.
This is a bad borough.
So you and your...
Tom's the only exception.
This...
We get people of all sorts.
So this bar...
Yeah.
Your boss must...
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
Excuse my...
Something bothering you?
Believe me,
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make...
I'm sorry if I...
Nosy.
Good.
So few clients.
The epidemic, no one dares go outside.
Good evening, sir.
And what do you define as a...
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton.
A vampire?
I know what you're thinking.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these.
A man of science? Where?
I'm looking for
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there... they have plenty of...
I could make you tell me, but
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people.
Maybe at least you can tell me...
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts.
What can you tell...
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham?
It's impossible.
But it's my duty.
So...
I patrol late at night.
Can I help?
Actually, yes.
Are you asking me?
If you wouldn't...
How do you...
It's simple, really. They can't stand...
Have you ever killed one of them?
Of course I have.
Goodbye. Good evening. Have you heard of the...
Of course. They're dead.
Were you...
I did think about it, but I'm more of...
So you...
Vampires are just like every other...
Goodbye.
では今日はこの辺りで終了したいと思います。面白かった。またよかったら見に来てください。じゃあね。よいしょ。